Hello friends! Today I'm going to be talking about my most played game this month. Now I'd like to welcome you all to something called Black Desert Online. Now it's not a new release and was in fact released in Europe and North America back in March 2016. It's a Korean MMO made by game developers Pearl Abyss. Now the one thing that stood out to me about playing BDO was that it did not have a monthly subscription. It simply has a one-off price. For an MMO, that was very strange to me because most MMOs I've played, like World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy, they've had that monthly subscription. That always went to the server costs and things like that. BDO simply has a one-off cost. There's 3 different rates to suit each individual player. I went for the most expensive one as it was half price at the time. However, after playing the game, I don't think that you'd be at disadvantage buying the cheapest option in. It simply gives you some helpful items and things like that to help you on your way, but I don't think in the end it's a massive advantage to go for the most expensive. But if it's on sale, I do recommend it. The one thing about the one-off price is that there are microtransactions in the game. The game is not pay to win, but the transactions can be a little bit pricey simply for vanity items. It does seem to hold a lot of the nicer looking armours in the vanity item shop. So if you want to look the nicest and the coolest, you're going to have to spend a bit more money. However, you're not going to have a monthly cost, so you need to weigh that up when you choose to either spend the money or not. For me, it wasn't worth it. It is worth noting, however, that the game's free to play in Korea, Japan, and Russia. So if you live in either of those countries, then well done, because you're going to be able to play this game completely free. Now, if you're thinking about playing Black Desert Online, there is a 7-day free trial for anyone. You simply just have to sign up, and then you get a 7-day free trial to play completely unlocked. It doesn't hold any of the game back to you, and everything you do in the game allows you to carry that over, which is absolutely fantastic. I think I got to around 25 in my first week, absolutely loved the game, and then carried on after that. Now, when the game was released, first of all, it gained notoriety very, very quickly. And the reason for this, guys, was the fact of how in-depth the character creator was. I remember seeing it a couple of years ago on IGN, and I was just absolutely gobsmacked. And I was even more so when I actually got hands-on with the character creator. Almost every aspect of the character is customizable, even down to the position of the hair. You can spend hours and hours just creating your character before you even jump into the game. I think I lost myself in the character creator for around an hour. Now, one thing you might notice when playing Black Desert Online is how fluid the combat is for an MMO. It's so simple to pull off some amazing looking combos, but then it's also as in-depth as you want it to be. The learning curve is pretty steep. I do feel it could have been a little bit easier for new players. However, once you get used to the combo system, you'll feel like a badass in no time. The game has the traditional MMO leveling system where you spend skill points to gain extra skills and combos, but it also introduces an investment system which uses something called contribution points. Contribution points are used to invest in things called nodes, or like workers, housing, and a lot more. I'm not going to go too in-depth into this, guys, as it can get a little confusing, and there are plenty of videos on YouTube already dedicated to teaching you how to use contribution points effectively. But as a quick explanation, investing in nodes allows you to mine for resources, which can then be turned into materials through your workers within your houses and workshops, which are all purchased using those things called contribution points. So, long story short, guys, contribution points are used to allow crafting, mining, and in the end, making money. And who doesn't love making money? Now, one thing I did feel BDO did really, really well was how it treated new players. It also does not punish people that can't be on the game 24/7, which a lot of MMOs reward people that are on the game more. Obviously, I understand the reasoning behind that, but I also feel that a game should be accessible for people that have to work for a living. And that's something BDO does really, really well. It not only makes it possible to earn mega amounts of money even while AFK, but even allows you to level up certain skills while not at your computer, which is amazing again for me, as I have to work for a living, like many other people. For example, guys, one thing you can do is auto fish. So you can set your character to fish while you're away, and they'll catch fish and things like that. So when you come back, you will have leveled up your fishing and you've got a nice amount to sell. Now, something I feel was a very good choice by Pearl Abyss is that Black Desert Online has no discernible endgame. I feel this encourages people not to just rush to the highest level possible and actually take in and enjoy everything the game has to offer, besides killing monsters and doing quest after quest. Black Desert Online has a lot of activities to take part in besides levelling, so just a few to note from a long list are fishing, alchemy, mining, cooking. Again, the list goes on. But for example, once you catch a fish, you can choose to then cook them into dishes, sun-dry them, or sell them to trade NPCs to gain a quick buck. So all of those skills and activities tie into each other, guys. So it's really worth diving in and taking in everything that Black Desert Online has to offer, besides just levelling. Now, the reason I liked the idea of not having a discernible endgame was back to my previous point earlier. Not everyone can be on the game 24/7. And not having an endgame means, even though I'm coming to the game over a year after its release, I'm not feeling left behind or struggling to find things to do. This is something a lot of MMOs, I feel, personally struggle with when inviting newcomers. So for example, World of Warcraft tried to help latecomers by allowing them to immediately level one character to the max level. But to me, that just felt like cheating. One, it sort of robbed me of that experience of levelling my character on from 0 to the max level and building up that sort of relationship with the character. But also, I don't feel that people that have worked all that time to get the character to max level are going to be very happy with someone that's brand new to the game, don't understand the game at all, and then going to be at the end game levels. Things like raids and dungeons. You're not going to know what you're doing, so you're not going to really be able to be effective in your group if you don't know how to play the game. Also, I still have memories of levelling my first character in Final Fantasy XI. I learnt from my mistakes, I had a huge laugh with my friends, and I just love the excitement of moving to a new area after I levelled up high enough to go there. And just going to the max level is going to rob you of that experience, guys. Again, everyone may not agree, that's just my opinion on it. So guys, before this turns into a full review, I simply wanted to discuss what I've been playing this month and let you guys know why I've been playing it for so long. But let us know what you've been playing this month in the comments, and also let us know if you've played Black Desert Online, or might even consider it after watching this video. And remember guys, if you like this video, hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video guys. Goodbye!